I'm Eric Hollander, licensed acupuncturist, and I created this video today for a lot of you people who are maybe thinking about trying acupuncture, or you have some friends who you're trying to convince to try acupuncture, but they're putting up some resistance and some reservations because of the concern about the needles and whether they hurt. So I put together this video where we're going to try to answer some of the three big questions that come to people's mind about acupuncture and why they hesitate to try it. And that is, does acupuncture hurt? Is there anything in an acupuncture needle, and how far do they go? So does acupuncture hurt? What are you actually feeling when someone puts in an acupuncture needle? It's going to depend a bit on the treatment style of your acupuncturist, how he's been trained, what types of needles he likes to use. When I was in Japan, I got my first acupuncture treatment. I was amazed that I barely felt anything. I just felt a tapping sensation as the needle was being put in. It wasn't at all what I expected. I personally got into acupuncture in spite of my needle phobia. I was a person who was pretty scared of needles. Ultimately, I developed a very light needling style. I personally prefer to use a very fine needle. I like my patients to feel little, if anything, of the needle going in. So many people describe it as maybe a little bit of a tap or a light poke or a light pinching sensation as the needle passes through the skin. With some of my more sensitive patients, what I'll do is I'll have them exhale as the needle's inserted, and that really helps a lot. And for people who are starting out with acupuncture, they just want to give it a try, the points on the back of the neck and the back lack a lot of sensitivity, so you feel really nothing with those points. That's a really great place to start if you're just trying out acupuncture for the first time. A lot of times the insertions of the needles is just not that noticeable. Actually, I'm told frequently that when I'm checking for points and checking different parts of the body, looking around to see which area I'm going to be treating, and I'm pressing it on the skin, those acupressure points that I'm pressing, that's more sensitive and more tender than anything I'm doing with the needles. So once all the needles are in place, acupuncture can be extremely relaxing. And that brings up the next question. What's in an acupuncture needle? Is there anything in there? And the answer is there isn't anything in there. The relaxation that comes from acupuncture comes completely from your own body's neurology and brain chemicals. So acupuncture effectively stimulates the nervous system and calms down the sympathetic nervous system. Also helps to release natural opiates. And so this type of sensation feels like you're giving somebody drugs and there's something in the needles. But actually acupuncture is completely natural. It's working with the body's own mechanisms of self-regulation. Another worry people have is, how far do they go? Like, how big of these needles are you putting into me? So the typical needle that we use most of the time is only about 1 inch long, and we don't even generally use the entire 1 inch. A lot of times we're only using the first quarter or first third of that needle. Most of the skin nerves relating to pain are in the skin layer, so once you insert that needle, you tap it and rapidly put it through the skin. Below that, you're not going to really feel anything, so in a way it doesn't even matter how far the needle goes in after that, because you're not going to feel any different. Acupuncturists have had a lot of training as to what area of the body they're working on and how deep they can go. So they're extremely mindful about this, and they're really in tune with your concerns about this as well. And acupuncture's had an extremely safe track record. It's been very rare that there's been any kind of serious injuries relating to acupuncture. So what are you supposed to feel from acupuncture? Is it supposed to be nothing at all? Well, actually, sometimes we practitioners want you to feel a certain type of sensation. And in the clinic, we refer to the sensation as getting the chi. This is a specific feeling that you get after the needle goes in, or just after it goes through the skin. It's a little bit of a feeling that could be considered electrical, or tingling, or dull, heavy, even a little bit heavy, achy sensation. And this chi sensation will last for a few seconds to a few minutes, depending on where in the body you've put the needle in. So here's my little illustration about what's going on. Here's the surface of the skin and the needle going through the skin and the nerve running underneath. As you can see, this is my depiction of an acupuncture point. What's going on in a point is that it's an area that's dense with nerve fibers that are coming off this main nerve here. So as the needle passes through the skin, you're stimulating those fine nerve fibers, and that's sending a sensation down the pathway. So here is a package of acupuncture needles, just so you can see what they look like, and also see that they all come sterilized in their own separate packages. And I'm going to just open one up, give you an idea exactly how thin they are. And there it is, right next to a paper clip for comparison. So you can barely see the needle compared to that paper clip. Thank you for watching this video presentation. I hope I was able to alleviate concerns and answer some questions. I really encourage you to pass along and share this video to any friends or family members who might be interested in acupuncture but are a little bit nervous about needles. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to give me a call, 619-817-6447, or check me out on the web at www.acupuncturesandiego.org. Thanks again, and be healthy.